guys? It's Dave Kim from Grand Rapids Rock Alternative 97.9 GRD. I am here at the intersection where tonight, New Medicine, haven't seen you guys since Rock on the Range a couple of months ago. If I get the names right, Matt. Yep. Jake. Yep. Dan. Yeah. And then Brian's even your drummer.
Yeah.
I know my shit. I know my shit.
I think we have a super fan.
Now, when we were I don't have that New Medicine motherfucker shirt, though. I need to get one of those.
You need to get.
Yeah. Now, the last time I talked to you guys, you were telling me, because I love Race You to the Bottom, the record as a whole and the song. I think you were telling me it was a late-night TV viewing session that you were inspired.
I think it was an old cowboy western
it's a cowboy movie. Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of those deals where it's like you know, every time somebody shoots or something, you take a shot or something like that. It's some dumb game we made up.
Or every time somebody falls off a horse, you know,
something like that. And we just decided to do that, and we just kept saying "Race to the Bottom" every time we did it.
Yep.
The name stuck.
You know, I bet you that's how the Rolling Stones came up with most of their hits.
Exactly.
But being serious though for a minute, a lot of new bands coming out. Obviously, it's hard to compete, but you guys and Halestorm stand out just because there's so many bands that want to be that sound. There's a million bands that sound like Theory of a Dead Man or Shinedown or something like that. But it's just, I think I was telling you how Race You to the Bottom. Your vocals remind me of like. It's like a hybrid of Run DMC's Tricky and Zach De La Roca is
that's
on
awesome,
it, you know? And I really think that
company.
stands out. And with the whole record, with the record as a whole, was that your intention from the beginning?
I think it was kind of a natural thing when, the four of us had all kind of played in different bands, but we all knew each other going through school and everything. And when we got together, we had this sort of unique chemistry, and the songs that came out of that scenario reflect for people with different types of music interest, you know, coming from different backgrounds as far as players, and that's uniquely New Medicine. It's these four people together. So, yeah,
I mean, we never wanted to really fit in any clubs or any scenes or anything. We always just want to do our own thing.
You want to be LMFAO?
Yeah, exactly right. No, we
like to party rock.
I do like to party rock, though. I mean, let's be honest. No, we just want to do our own thing. We want to present things in a different way than everybody else, you know. And like our music, it definitely stands out, and we like that. You know, we don't want to sound like everybody else, and I think it's cool to present music in a different way. You know what I mean? And something fresh, you know.
Was there a lot of trial and error with that?
Yeah, definitely. You know what? We recorded like 25 songs for the record, and then we ended up scrapping like 15 of them, and then recording like 5 or 10 more. It was like. We recorded a lot of songs for this record, and then we finally got what we really wanted. Because we wanted to tell a story, and we didn't want things to be the same. We didn't want anything to be too, like, you know, it all sounds like this or it all sounds like that. We wanted to take you on a journey and tell a story with the record, and with the final songs we got, we feel like it really does that. So
yeah, it's amazing how many. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, you know, it was an interesting writing process. Like, you know, Jake and. You know, is the main writer, and he definitely focuses on the quality of the song as opposed to trying to make it sound a certain way. It kind of comes out however it does, and all the songs are great, but when you throw a record together, you want it to, like you said, kind of be a story collectively together, and, you know, so there were certain songs that fit better, and we're actually going to be putting out a deluxe with a couple more of those songs that we did.
A B-sides and rarities collection. You can't be a band without that.
So,
exactly.
You know, and I'm excited about that because all the songs were great. Like, you know, even the ones that didn't make the initial record, they're all really great songs, and they show, you know, some more depth to the band beyond the record, you know, even more.
What were some of the guidelines of choosing what songs made the final track listing? Because I know with a lot of bands they say that it's like trying to choose your favorite kids.
Right, totally. It's like everybody's got their favorites, and then it's like you have other people involved as well. Label wants they're like, we think this one. We're like, oh, we think this one. We think that one. Managers, you know, like everybody's got to say they want to fit in there. And then we're the band, you know, we have our own like favorites and stuff, and even internally we're all split and like, oh, but dude, we love that song, and it's like, you know, well, we can only put, you know, this many songs on the record, so we gotta cut it down.
I really think it was that process though that really solidified us as a band, and really helped give us our identity. Is when we went through that process, the four of us primarily, in like deciding which of these songs are going to represent us, and which are just great songs but aren't right for the band.
Right.
You know,
did the label have any input? Or do they just like, hey,
I mean, well, they have their input whether we
choose to or not, but we just try to like go around. We just kind of like try to present it in a way where like, this is what we want, and this is what we believe, and
Photo Finish is an incredible on the creative side, working with us and you know, giving their input. But it's about the band, you know, and it's about what we create together that they're really behind and what they wanted in the first place. So.
Now, Racing to the Bottom came out, I believe, September of 2010.
Yep.
A lot of bands, they decide to put out another record every 2 years. You guys are actually just going to go with another single from the first record,
right.
Rich Kids, right?
Yeah, Rich Kids, yep.
What made the decision of continuing to push Racing to the Bottom instead of working on new material?
Well, we do have new material written, but we really feel we believe in our record. We're not just going to give up on it because the first six months in a year, it was like it did okay and it did well, but then all of a sudden, this last year or later last year in 2011, Race to the Bottom, the song kind of took off, and all of a sudden we went from like just in the dark in the closet, to like all of a sudden we're just like open.
Now you're
so
playing
many
at
doors.
Rock on the Range.
Now we're playing Rock on the Range, we're on tour, Shine Down, like all of a sudden all these new doors opened and all these new fans came to us, and like everything we've done in a year doubled in 6 months, and so it's like it's cool. So we believe in our record, and we believe that there's still great songs on there, and Rich Kids is one of them, and we believe in it, and so we want to stick behind it, and we do have a new record almost written already, but we're going to stick with this one through the rest of the year probably, and keep rocking on it because we believe in it. We want everybody to hear it just because only some people have heard it, and all of a sudden now the doors are open, and we have all these other songs on there and all these new fans, like we want to keep getting it out there. So
we've also got a really great summer filled up as far as our touring schedule. Into the fall too, we've got Carnival of Madness coming up as soon as we finish with Hailstorm. So
you guys are actually coming back here in exactly 1 month and 2 days.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Sweet.
Yeah. Reunion party. Yeah.
And I think from the beginning, Rich Kids was one of the songs. When it was written and we sat there and we listened to it or we played it for any of our friends, there was just this certain reaction, like the people's faces that you could just tell that it had an effect on them. They were laughing or they were pissed because they are a rich kid, or they were like, that song is just incredibly good. And it was just like a fun song that we always wanted to put a little bit of like the limelight right on that song, kind of stick it out from the bunch. And so it's cool that we're going to have an opportunity to do that. We have label support, and we want people to hear the song,
Yeah, he has attitude, and we like that, and it's different. We like that too.
You were talking about how things practically doubled overnight. Was it hard to adjust to all that?
Yeah, well, it's just weird. It's all of a sudden like you push and push and push for so long, and then all of a sudden like something just gives. Finally, it's like whoa! All of a sudden, we go to the shows and everybody's singing all of our words, and all of a sudden these bands are asking us to go on tour with them, and it was like everybody's heard the song. We're playing with Buck Cherry, and then the singer and the guitar player are like, dude, we love Race to the Bottom. It's just weird stuff like that. And you're like,
yeah, that
really?
was a funny moment.
Okay,
that was like
no idea, and just we go on tour with Avenged Sevenfold, all these things, and just all of a sudden the doors open. It was like you push for so long, and it just felt really like gratifying to see that all of our hard work is starting to pay off. And
yeah,
so
I ordered
more.
ordered a couple of Billboard magazines, for my wall, because that's like the childhood dream. You like watch the Johnny Cash movie, and when he sees his name in Billboard or whatever, it's like that moment. So, we were on there, and that was cool. I got to stick it on my wall above my bed at my mom's house, and she hasn't brought up rent in a couple months, so I'm like, sweet.
This is going to sound insulting no matter how I say it, but it's like the nerd kid in high school that all of a sudden went through a metamorphosis, and now everyone wants to hang out with them.
Exactly. Yeah. Totally, dude.
Totally.
That's awesome.
I think we were all that kid too,
yeah. Musically that happened, but we're still the nerdy kid who nobody wants to be around because we're stinky.
And we're still hungry for the next stages of everything too. We want to go out and do our headlining run this fall. We've got a lot of plans for to keep spreading the word and keep spreading the music as far as we can. So we're excited for what's to come as well.
Of course, it's not always a smooth journey. You guys were just telling me you're 2 minutes from the venue, and like part of your exhaust from your van falls off. Do you have to deal with that on a daily basis?
Oh my God, yeah, it's
weekly.
Yeah.
Just instead of roadies, hire mechanics.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Actually, Jake's become a pretty good.
Jake and Ryan both become pretty competent. Like
Google, me too. Google's amazing.
Yeah. YouTube, dude.
YouTube, yeah. How do I change this?
You see them out there with their iPhones watching YouTube, like putting a new alternator in. I'm just like, oh, it's hot in the van. Can we turn on the AC?
Well, hey, I'm at AutoZone. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, guys, so when do you figure the new record will be out?
I'd say probably spring in 2013. We're after this fall, like we said, we're going to do a headlining run and some more stuff before the end of the year. But probably early this winter, we're going to head into the studio and we already have a lot of the stuff written. So pound it out, and then hopefully early this spring we'll have another record out. So
awesome. New Medicine, Race You to the Bottom. Buy the record. Buy their next record that comes out eventually. And they will be here for Carnival of Madness with Chevelle, Evanescence, and I believe it's Cabo
and Halestorm.
And Halestorm.
Yeah.
That will be here in exactly a month and 2 days. Go to WGRD.com for details. Thank you so much. It's New Medicine. Dave Cannon for WGRD.com.
Awesome.
Party.
Thanks a lot.
Dave.